Welcome back. After years of neglect, public buildings in the city of Venice are falling apart. The city is now putting together an assessment to determine which buildings need the work first.
Voters recently passed a $16 million bond to build a new police station, but none of that money will be used to fix all of the other neglected buildings. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley shows us what is being done.
Well, even from the outside, there is no question this Public Works Department building is falling apart.
It's rusting, it's rotting, and the city just hadn't made the investment in the site that probably was needed.
Public Works Director John Veneziano says the city just hasn't had the money to fix the place up. Even City Hall has issues.
We had a lot of leaks come in through the roofs and other parts of the building, so that's what we've mostly concentrated on, because it seems like every time you fix one leak, you find one somewhere else.
That's largely because most city buildings have flat roofs, which are notorious for having issues. That includes the Venice Community Center.
Probably, Christopher, almost all of our buildings need work.
It's not just roof work. The Venice Museum and Archives needs structural help to shore up the second floor. Much of the archives has been moved off-site because the flooring wasn't strong enough to hold the shelves.
The city staff is actually doing a total inventory of all of the city assets and also defining what their current status of maintenance and maintainability is.
That assessment will include issues like this, where a truck ran into the side of a public works building over a year ago, but the damage hasn't been fixed. There really hasn't been money for it. With a citywide tax increase, the city hopes some of those funds will go to fixing dilapidated buildings.
Biggest concern is if we don't do anything, it's just going to get worse. We need to act now in accordance with the ability and the funds that we have.
When the new police station is built, the Public Works Department is expected to move into their old police station. That'll cut down on some of the costs, but the city is still trying to find money for everything else. In Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
2 voter-approved bonds totaling $34 million will be key to making those repairs, but where else will that money go? Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, we'll talk with Venice's mayor about how the city will use those funds.
Now to new developments on the Dillon roof trial. Earlier today, the defense filed a motion for the testimony of a surviving witness to be stricken from the record for being inappropriate. The witness says Roof is evil and belongs in the, quote, pits of hell. Roof is charged with shooting and killing 9 black parishioners during a Bible study at a Charleston church last year. The motion to dismiss the testimony has since been denied.
The teenager accused in the London murder of a retired Florida teacher is fit to stand trial next year. 19-year-old Zakaria Bulhan is accused of stabbing Darlene Horton to death and wounding 5 others in a rampage near the British Museum. Horton had been visiting London with her husband, a Florida State University psychology professor who was teaching summer classes there. They were to return home the next day. Bulhan's trial is now set for February 6th.
Shots fired with a student down at Hug High School.
An update now on the chaos at a Nevada high school. A 14-year-old student remains in critical condition after he was shot yesterday. Police say the teen was swinging a large knife outside of the school library when a school police officer shot him. Dozens of other students were nearby, and many recorded the incident and posted videos online. According to one classmate, the 14-year-old talked about doing this before.
He's going around telling everybody he's going to shoot and stab everybody. So, I mean, he finally did it, and he got shot.
Police say the student failed to follow commands and the officer fired one single shot. Investigators are now interviewing witnesses and collecting videos from yesterday's scene.
Florida's 1.6 million concealed weapons license holders can now renew their permits online rather than driving to a government office to deal with the paperwork. Online renewals require you to be a Florida resident, and you will need to upload an updated passport-style photo taken within the past month. The Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services processes all concealed weapons license applications. With more than 200,000 licenses up for renewal in 2017, this online tool should make the process much more convenient for Floridians.
In order to get a concealed weapons license, you're volunteering an awful lot of personal information about yourself. You're having to submit to fingerprinting. So we know that the people who are going through that process are law-abiding citizens.
First-time applicants must still submit their paperwork by mail by visiting one of 41 tax collectors' offices across the state or at the Department of Agriculture's 8 regional offices.
A very valuable employee of the Manatee County Sheriff's Office will be featured in People magazine. The canine Gia will be featured in People's annual Pet Awards. Gia is specially trained to find hidden computer equipment and electronics, like SD cards, hard drives, and cell phones. This specific kind of canine training is very valuable to detectives investigating cases of child pornography and pedophiles. The issue of People magazine will hit newsstands tomorrow. And by the way, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office adopted Gia from Bishop Animal Shelter and then put her through a training process. So see, rescue dogs can do amazing things.
They sure can, and now
a celebrity.
She is a celebrity, yeah.
Yeah.
Signing autographs.
Very cool. Well, we should have a little bit of cooler weather tonight for that special holiday event at Selby Gardens.
ABC 7's Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan joins us now live from the Gardens with more. Bob?
Yeah, they're going to light it up tonight. Then the big event takes place next Friday, and it stays lit up for about 2 weeks. A lot of volunteers it takes to get this going, and in fact, over 50 every night to help with directing the folks to where they're going in the traffic and so on and so forth. So it's a big event, and this tonight is for the volunteers, so it's not open to the public, but it will be coming next Friday. So keep that in mind. You're going to want to come by and see all the garden lit up, and also the big tree lighting tonight. We're going to light me up as well in just a few minutes, so that'll be the first part of the big lighting here at Selby Gardens. And my nice hat too. I like this one, kind of like my shirt last week, or my jacket. Well, the good news is right now is that the rain is staying away. However, it's close, and it's close by right now, and it looks as though if we see anything, it will be light rain shower activity as a result of a frontal boundary, which is now moving through. So expect cooler temperatures too. Right now, no rain in Sarasota, but you can see those showers just off of Longboat Key, and we have quite a bit of clouds here. It's rather comfortable, so not too bad. And again, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good evening if we get it in within the next couple of hours. And after that, all bets are off as some showers may roll in here. We'll have more in the forecast to let you know about this event, as well as many others taking place across the Suncoast for this weekend, coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, thank you so much. The University of Oregon introducing its new head coach this afternoon, Willie Taggart, leaving the University of South Florida Bulls to take that head coaching job in Oregon. The Manatee High graduate leading the Bulls to a 10-2 record this year. USF students say Taggart will be missed, but he leaves behind a legacy of prestige for the school.
It's a great achievement for our school, having a winning season like this and a big winning season. I think we'll do well at Oregon. I think a big part of being a successful football coach, though, is having the pieces in place to win. And we had those pieces this year with Quentin Flowers and with Marlon Mack, both setting great records for our school that I don't think will be broken anytime soon.
Marlon Mack, a Booker High School graduate. The school is now looking at several potential coaches to replace Taggart. Oregon fired coach Mark Helfrich after a disappointing season for the Ducks. Pop music megastar and former American Idol judge Paula Abdul made a stop on the Suncoast yesterday for the Jewish Federation of Sarasota Manatee's 10th annual Women's Day luncheon.
She spoke to the sold-out crowd of more than 400 about her faith and her career. We sat down with her one-on-one at the event to learn more about her success and the challenges she's overcome.
And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 8. Here we go.
For so many fans of 90s pop music, Paula Abdul will be forever their girl. The petite powerhouse has had a career in the music industry that has spanned decades. Abdul went from an LA Lakers dancer to a highly sought-after choreographer for some of the top artists, until she became one herself.
I never gave up, even when the going got really tough. I think because I was always passionate, and I am passionate about what I do. And I knew the importance of staying aligned with that happy place.
Abdul was not a trained singer, but Virgin Records, a new label at the time, took a chance on her with a small contract. It paid off as her debut album topped the charts and went multi-platinum.
What does it mean? Why, it's the study of the chemistry between you and me.
Though her success continued with Emmys and a Grammy, Abdul dealt with multiple surgeries, health struggles, and setbacks.
God's sign of telling you it's precious time for reflection and to kind of recalibrate what is important. What are you aligned still with what you're loving? If you're not, let's find another direction that makes you have a renewed energy and interest in what you're doing.
Abdul found her renewed energy as a judge on American Idol, where she had a notoriously contentious working relationship with Simon Cowell.
It was sometimes the best of times, and sometimes it was pretty tough. But I learned from all the people I worked with, you know. Being the only girl for a long time there, I had to learn to play with the boys.
And she will surely be drawing on that experience as she goes on tour with 2 boy bands next year.
Boys to Men and New Kids on the Block, 8 big brothers and me.
And are you excited about the tour?
I am so excited about the tour. You know, it's been 25 years since I toured. And to be able to overcome extreme physical injury and have the ability to get back aligned with one of the aspects of my career that I love to do so much is a true blessing, and I can't wait to have fun.
And that tour, if you have that 90s nostalgia like I do, that's making a stop at Amalie Arena in Tampa on July 15th. And it was really fun to get to meet someone who I grew up listening to her, doing dances to all of her music. And she could not have been nicer, more kind, more friendly, less, you know, not pretentious at all, and just really fun to talk to.
And that's what I love to hear, when these idols that we sort of put up there, you really are genuine, nice people.
Yeah, I mean, she acted like we, you know, had known each other forever, so it was a lot of fun. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, spending a lot of money on flights. Well, one airline may be bringing back free meals to entice passengers.
Plus, new research shows how drivers double the risk of a crash. What you can do to stay safe, coming up.
Rich finishes, beautiful colors, and over 1,000 different fabrics and leathers to choose from. With Bassett Custom Furniture at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding. Get a quality-built Bassett Queen Sleeper with your choice of inner spring, gel, or Air Dream mattress, starting at only $9.99. Come in today, and we'll guarantee your Bassett Custom Furniture will be shipped before the holidays. With our complimentary design service, start designing, start loving. Only at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding in Port Charlotte. Nobody beats Bacon's.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called 3-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Totoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
You've seen me roll for 100 G's, but I got a little more than dough riding on this one. They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. And so the best that I can do is pray. Luck, be a lady tonight.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
A AAA study reveals drivers missing 2 to 3 hours of sleep in a 24-hour period more than quadruple their risk of a crash compared to drivers getting 7 hours of sleep. ABC 7's Alex Redmond has more. Alex.
Thanks, Haley. If you are considering getting behind the wheel of a car, consider this. Missing 1 to 2 hours of sleep doubles your crash risk.
Brenda Paula just moved to Lakewood Ranch.
Well, we drove here from Connecticut, and it took 3 days.
Paula says she knows some drivers make the road trip in a day.
Oh, that would be very silly to do. Yeah, you have to stop along the way. And we chose to stop twice.
It would be an exhausting drive, not only for the driver, says Paula,
but for other people on the road. You know, I think you'd be just too tired to be alert and driving.
Now, new research from the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety finds drivers who miss between 1 to 2 hours of the recommended 7 hours of sleep in a 24-hour period nearly double their risk for a crash in comparison to those who get the recommended 7 hours sleep or more.
First of all, get enough sleep, but secondly, drive when you normally would drive. A lot of people think, oh, I'm going to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm going to beat the traffic and I'm going to do all of that. Your body isn't used to being awake at 3 o'clock in the morning.
AAA is the go-to place for discounts, maps, and tips on traveling. But now, Sue Fitzgerald, travel agent, is offering you tips on how to stay safe when you are driving.
Another really good tip is stop every minimum 2 hours or 100 miles. Get out, walk around, get something to drink, something light to eat. You do not want to eat heavy.
If you get less than the 4 hours sleep, your crash risk is 11.5 times more than someone who gets 7 or more hours of Z's. And many on the Suncoast drive great distance.
They can go Sarasota all the way across. I know people that have gone all the way to Alaska.
Well, I think definitely one could doze off and, you know, fall asleep. And we know the consequences of that.
AAA recommends take a travel buddy to engage with and share the driving.
Last but not least, do not take medications that cause you to be drowsy. Those kind of things can really impact you, especially medications you're not used to taking and don't know how they react with you.
The AAA Foundation report is based on the analysis of more than 7,000 drivers involved in more than 4,500 crashes. Back to you, Haley.
Thank you, Alex. And now we're going to head out live to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan, and he's all ready for the tree lighting at Selby. Bob.
That's right, and we've got the lighting of Bob here in just a minute. Joining me now live is Misha Kirby, is the director of the public relations here at the Marie Selby Botanical Gardens. And I'll tell you what, Misha, this is a setup already right here, but there's a lot more to it than just here in the opening of the big house here, right?
Oh yeah, we've got 10 acres that will all be lit up next week. Tonight's the start of the holiday season, but we'll open up to the public next week.
So we get to light up the bromeliad tree, right? Is that right? What is a bromeliad tree?
So a bromeliad is a plant, and we took 665 of these individual plants and made a 25-foot tree.
That's pretty amazing. I see here, we're going to see that lighting up in just a few minutes at the 6 o'clock newscast, but even this little walk through here is pretty nice. This is kind of a sample of what the entire gardens are going to be like, right?
Yeah, this is our butterfly garden, and we worked with the Fairs in the Air, and they have strung the whole grounds. It's beautiful. It's just a winter wonderland.
It really puts you in the mood, I guess, so to speak, for the holiday. Yeah, it feels good. That's right. It's nice and cool. That's right. This is for the volunteers tonight, and obviously the gates open next Friday for the general public to attend.
That is right. So Lights and Bloom starts Friday night. School lets out. Come on down and enjoy the holidays.
It helps out to the Marie Selby Botanical Gardens, right?
It is. It's a big fundraiser for us. We are a nonprofit, and all of the visitation comes back, and we are able to do research.
Okay, light me up.
All right, let's light it up.
She's lighting me up right now. There you go. Now, the tree will be next, all right? And I'll tell you what, lots going on as far as the holidays go. And Christmas looks like a performance today at Stewart Elementary up in Northwest Bradenton. A lot of the kids singing Christmas carols and having a great time up there and doing the dances. You can see that and hear that right there quite clear. My daughter Emma was doing some flips and some, cartwheels. I can do those. She taught me how. Anyway, it's beautiful out here right now, and They did a great job. They're performing right now there as well. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing some clouds around currently, and these clouds are going to continue to move through. Now, there's a chance for a few light rain showers. We're starting to see some of that activity already taking place along Longboat Key and starting to spread now into North Sarasota, so keep that in mind. It looks like we may get a brief shower here this evening. You can see the satellite and radar picture indicating lots of clouds out there in the Gulf of Mexico. What we have in the weather headlines is this. A cold front moves through, brings some chilly air, but just for a little while. And then we'll see some sunshine for the weekend, and then look for another front by Wednesday and Thursday of next week. I mentioned that light rain. You can see it all loaded up there in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. It is pushing to the east at around 5 to 10 miles an hour, but notice it's kind of falling apart as it heads toward the coastline there. The evening forecast does call for a few brief showers around through 9 and 11 o'clock hours. Temperatures will be a little bit on the cooler side. Currently it is cloudy, 66 degrees, and the dew point is starting to fall too, so that means our low temperatures to start things off tomorrow morning will be on the chilly side, so you might need a jacket, sweater. I know for sure on Saturday morning you will. The high today was 70 degrees, and the low this morning was warm. We'll see, as I said, warmer temperatures again, looks like for Sunday, but until then, looks like we will see the possibility of some nice weather coming on in by Sunday, so it will be a little bit cooler out there. Well, much more in our forecast and the lighting of the bromeliad tree. Talk to the CEO and find out what's going on here for the next few weeks as well, all right?
All right, thanks, Bob.
Thank you, appreciate it. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Bob. Now the Suncoast Traffic Watch. Right now, I-75 is backed up in the northbound lanes from Fruitville south to Bee Ridge. And further south in Venice, traffic is backed up on I-75 at the River Road exit due to emergency vehicles.
Delta Airlines may bring back free meals. Morning travelers may soon be offered a honey maple breakfast sandwich, and for afternoon flyers, a mesquite smoked turkey sandwich or whole grain veggie wrap. The airline is currently testing the services on passengers flying between New York and Los Angeles or San Francisco. Delta has not yet decided if the free meals will become standard. We'll see.
I mean, it's a nice gesture, I guess, but it's not going to make me want to go on one airline versus the other because of that. But
we learned this week another airline is charging for the space above.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Entertainment news is next. And when we come back, you won't believe who will be welcoming another child.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home. With everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors, the Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Alex Karras Lincoln's holiday sales event is here. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $269 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Sun Coast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota Bradenton Airport on US 41.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better,
and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Mick Jagger welcoming and celebrating the birth of his 8th child.
The 73-year-old frontman of the Rolling Stones was at a New York hospital today when his girlfriend, Melanie Hamrick, gave birth to their son. According to a statement, both parents are delighted and mother and baby are doing well. Jagger already has 7 children and is a grandfather to 2 children.
Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling are forever immortalized at the TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood. The actors signed their names and then placed their hands and feet in cement. Stone and Gosling star in the upcoming film La La Land. The duo has worked together twice before, in 2011's Crazy Stupid Love and 2013's Gangster Squad. They're good together. The Force is strong in Hollywood. An X-Wing starfighter replica landed on Hollywood Boulevard yesterday. Preparations are already underway for the premiere of the next Star Wars movie. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, has its premiere in Hollywood this weekend. The film will be released nationwide on Friday, December 16th. And those tickets are already selling quickly.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Stop by ABC 7 or Sunset Kia in Sarasota, Bradenton, or Venice to pick up an Angel Tree gift tag. It will tell you what a local child or senior citizen is wishing for this holiday season.
From ABC 7, thanks for your generosity and happy holidays.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Ridin' at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbythebay.org.